ever fallen. These were minor things, he argued, just trash. Not such a big deal. It's easy to see chores as a one-off when they are not the bulk of your life, when your work and leisure aren't woven among the laundry, the dishes, the vacuuming, and the grocery shopping, when you aren't wondering whether there is enough dish soap or if you have enough potatoes for dinner. Standing there in the kitchen that early Monday morning, I was exhausted. Marriage, it seemed, was this, the eternal return of trash on my floor. Nietzsche's idea of eternal return argues that all events in time and space occur over and over and will continue to occur infinitely, as in marriage. People grow and change, yes, but not that much. In marriage, you have the same arguments over and over, as long as you both shall live. My husband was right. I could never just see a pile of trash. I saw all the past piles, and on that morning, I saw all the future piles too. I saw an eternity of trash piles. This is my life. This will always be my life. The moment I'd said I do, I'd entered a time continuum where trash on the floor would always happen, and I would always be cleaning it up, and nothing I could do, no amount of couples therapy or list making, could stop the inevitable tumble and wet splat. Looking at the mess, I began to do the mental math. What did I have the energy for? Wiping the floor or fighting? Add those factors together, solve for trash on the floor. That morning, the solution was to pick it up. Later, I went to bed and dreamed I was drowning. I woke up 3 hours later at 5 a.m. to my 2-year-old son patting my cheeks. My son vehemently believed 5 a.m. was the appropriate time to wake up. Most mornings, I would sit with him watching Curious George, drinking coffee, and reading the news on my phone, while he snuggled into the corner of the couch with his little blankie rubbing against his cheeks. That morning, my body vibrated with exhaustion, but I didn't have time for coffee and Curious George. The house cleaner, a lovely woman from my church who'd offered to help me when she'd asked me how I was doing, and I broke out into sobs, was coming that day, and I had to clean up all the mess that had accumulated while I was gone. The truth about accepting help is that it requires asking for it and coordinating it and paying for it, emotionally and financially. Financially, I took on extra freelance work to pay for house cleaning because it wasn't in the budget. Emotionally, I dealt with my husband's heavy sighs when he'd walk into a professionally cleaned home, and his angry silences that would fill the space between us until I'd explained I'd sold a little article to pay for it. It didn't come out of the shared checking account. Sometimes my husband would say, "If you want help, just ask." And I would wave my arms around me like someone drowning. "Just look," I'd say. "This is all a cry for help." But truthfully, I didn't want help. I was grateful for it, sure. What I wanted was an equal partner. My husband came downstairs at 7:50 to pack his lunch and leave for work. "There was trash all over the floor?" I said. He rolled his eyes. "The point is, there was a large pile of trash I had to wade through when I came home," I said. "You are welcome for watching the kids," he said. There are moments where couples teeter on the edge of a fight. Just one look, one word will push you over into the chasm of fury. I let us rest on that edge that morning. My world already felt so fragile. Donald Trump had been elected 10 months before. I had not voted for him, but my husband had. It was the end of August now, and we were in couples therapy every week, where we discussed his attitude toward my career. Bad, he didn't like it and wanted me to just write mystery novels. And my attitude toward his attitude. Bad, I didn't like it, and I wanted him to just vacuum the rug for once, and never in my life had I written a mystery novel. And all of the things I had lost in the marriage. And I